Welcome everyone to Minor League Tag Pro Live, your entertaining and high quality source for Minor League Tag Pro. This week we are bringing you the second playoff game, this time between the Holdin Gate Warriors and the OK Hens. I'm Second Skin, and my co-commentator today is Kitten Panda.
It is a pleasure to be here with you this evening. I'm really looking forward to commentating this elite matchup. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Kitten Panda. Starting out today, we're going to give you a little bit of some numbers on these teams. These are the second and third ranked team in the West, the OK Hens, aka the Origin Ducks minor team, coming in second, and the Holdin Gate Warriors coming in third. Season records here for them is 10-7-3 for the Holdin Gate Warriors and 12-5-3 for those OK Hens. Coming off a tie and a win last week is the Holdin Gate Warriors, and a split for the OK Hens. So both teams looking to pick up some steam and advance here in the playoffs into the final, the Western Conference final here, on their way to the Mooper Ball.
Yeah, on paper, if you look at those statistics, all that separates the teams is just 2 victories. So you kind of have to dig into the matchup a little bit, and it's definitely, again, when you compare the statistics, it's way too close to tell at this point in time.
That's right. Really expecting a close match between these 2 Western Conference teams. Starting off, we're going to give you the rosters here. The Holdin Gate Warriors starting Iron Ball and Not Prey on offense. Iron Ball 4th in caps and 1st in hold of all the minors. So really a great offender in Iron Ball. And Not Prey, while it's not showing up as much on the stat sheet, he is a really great support offender for those Holdin Gate Warriors.
Yeah, I think the support defender position is definitely underappreciated. It takes 2 to tango, and somebody has to lead.
That's right. For the defense on Holdin Gate, we have Lalu Grumpy and AP That's Me. Very high in prevent. They're 17th and 19th respectively, and Lalu's 10th in returns. So they are a little bit on the inexperienced side, as they're both relatively new to the minors scene, but they have been playing together for quite a bit of time. I know Lalu and AP That's Me played with me in mLTP for a couple of seasons, so while they may not be as minors experienced as they could be, they are familiar with each other, and that's really what you need in a defensive pairing.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that, and especially with how OK Hens' offense has excelled this season. You could say that could be one of the pivotal matchups that we'll be discussing at some point during this stream.
And speaking of the OK Hens, their offense, 2 incredibly accomplished individuals with Ball God and Meal. Ball God 6th in caps and Meal's in 9th. While Meal also has a 17.25 pup percent, so great job picking up pups for Meal. Not a slouch in the hold department either, as they are 9th and 10th respectively in hold. So expect, if they can get that flag, they're going to hold it for a long time, and they're more than likely going to put it away for a cap.
Yeah, 80 caps between them, with gasps above 9.3 apiece. It's definitely an elite pairing there that the OK Hens have put together, and it's certainly going to be one of the more formidable minors offenses, if not offenses, you're going to see in this league.
Yeah, I expect a lot from them. The Holdin Gate Warriors defense definitely going to have their hands full with these guys. Moving on to the defense for the OK Hens, we do have Abe Lincoln and Ball McCartney. Abe Lincoln really holding the stats for the team, but don't sleep on Ball McCartney, as he is 19th in tags and is a very respectable defender in his own right.
Yeah, I would have to agree. When I did face them earlier in the season, it was literally impossible for us to get out against them, and Abe Lincoln has certainly had a surge this season. I've been really impressed with his play, and Ball McCartney has been the perfect pairing with him for that.
Yeah, and quick look at the subs for each team. Ego is the presumed substitute for the Holden Gate Warriors if we see any issues here on Sphere. And FXU is the assumed substitute for the Origin, the OK Hens, excuse me.
Yeah, they definitely have some depth there, but hopefully nobody really has to sub out. I mean, at this point in the season, you've been working as a unit towards this point, and you really want to just be able to start the guys that have been there consistently.
That's right, and we're going to move on here to the first map. Our first map of the day is going to be Constriction. This is its first season competitive. It's a very defensive map, but some opportunities for grabbing with those base boosts, as well as the super boost if you can communicate properly with your team. It is relatively slow paced, and it is going to have a lot of contain on the defensive side, so we're going to be sure to watch that super boost and those base circle boosts and see what these offensive pairings can get on this tighter map.
Yeah, it really can flow. It's one of those maps I feel like can flow either way depending on how it's controlled. I think that it's going to be something that the defense is going to eat them up in that kind of contained area as long as they can control the bomb and boost routes.
The other two maps that we'll be playing on, the second map is Pilot. It's a second season competitive, more balanced. I know a lot of people like Pilot for its not entirely offensive or defensive slant. It's a little more fast-paced, and it's once again very snipe heavy. In Pilot, we'll be watching those bombs and the single choke right in the mid. Really focus the attention there, because whoever can control that middle section generally is going to control the map.
Yeah, that choke point is absolutely critical, and sometimes it's who can control the super boost as well to be able to get that slight advantage to get ahead. It's going to take a really good coordination by both teams to control that middle area of the map.
And the final map, if those first two are tied, is going to be Rush. Rush I like to think of as a Velocity-esque map. So offensive, very fast-paced, and a lot of teamwork to get those the routes correct. And we're just about to start here on that first game.
I'm pretty excited to see this matchup.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 2v3 matchups. I always feel they're a little closer between the teams, as they are relatively evenly skilled. Like we had said before, starting out for the OK Hens, Meal, Ball McCartney, Abe Lincoln, and Ball God all on the blue side for this map, while Lalu Grumpy, Not Prey, AP, that's me, and Ironball for the Holden Gate Warriors will be starting out in red. You know what my favorite thing about mLTP is this season, Kitten Panda?
What would that be?
I'm a big fan of the delayed pups. I really think it adds a competitive fairness to the maps. And Ball God already coming in with a quick grab, looking to go off that back wall. Lalu Grumpy with a great job of those boosts to get him contained, even though Meal is out and ahead of 2.
Ooh. Oh, it was a decent try to juke there, but that was a return. I agree with you about the delayed pups. That's been something that I've really appreciated this season. Definitely, even at the beginning of the game, made it feel a lot better.
Yeah, and Not Prey trying to get out, and once again, it's really been the OK Hens pushing the advantage with a nice regrab train here with Meal and Ball God, and we're just about to see that first round of power-ups, but Iron Ball is going to have a free grab, and has Not Prey coming in with a tag pro, but Lalu Grumpy had a little bit of what looks like a connectivity issue.
And to be honest, I think that even though things are settling a little bit right now for both teams, the regrab train is definitely going to be of concern if the OK Hens can keep that up for Holden Gate.
And here's the first real chance at a reset here is the OK Hens did get pinned with 2 guys right there in those chokes on Constriction, and now Ball McCartney pinned in base between AP, that's me, and Lalu misses a snipe there. And Iron Ball walks right into spikes as well, giving the OK Hens a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. That's one of the worst feelings as a defender to miss somebody by a couple pixels.
That's right. And now a couple of power-ups. Abe Lincoln using a rolling bomb of defense to clear out Iron Ball, and Meal a flag pro. Not really going to get the full advantage of that, as Not Prey will get the flag and gets returned almost immediately. Now Meal has a chance to really clear out a base, but instead takes his tag pro on offense.
I think that they really didn't take advantage of all that they could have there. Especially rushing in with the tag pro to just get the return and get the reset.
And now we have a chance at a reset here for the Holdin Gate Warriors, and they do get their first one, as Iron Ball has a chance to get out, and Meal sitting in just the right spot there prevents anything from Iron Ball.
Yeah, hell of a boost to try and get out there by Not Prey, but unfortunately it didn't pan out, and that's going to be a reset, which is going to be critical for Holdin Gate to be able to achieve more often than not, because the aggression of their of the OK Hens offense is just going to be something that they really need to try and contain. In kind of a dangerous situation here, but they're able to get the return. Looks like we're having a little bit of a connectivity issue here. Might be on my end. I'm going to reset and see if it's on me. It looks like we may have had a disconnect with Second Skin right now. I do apologize for the dead air there.
Test 1 2.
There you are. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. A little bit of a connectivity issue on my end. Sorry about that. Not Prey coming in for a cap right now, able to tie it up. Great job with Lalo Grumpy attempting to lead him with the tag pro, even if after it expires. Still does a great job of clearing out the base and putting in the blocks that Not Prey needed to come in for that first cap for Holdin Gate Warriors to put him on the board.
You know, I'm really impressed that you came back so smoothly from the technical issues too.
That's part of my my wonderful skills is that I have a lot of technical issues, but most of them are just because I do something stupid. Not Prey with a beautiful boost, bumps into Iron Ball there. That was real unfortunate. Iron Ball got to be a little bit displeased with that, but a beautiful fight there for mid with Ball McCartney, as Abe Lincoln has that tag pro lead now for Meal, and gets out in front, but Not Prey going to be able to close down on him real quick there.
Yeah, I don't think that was, again, something that they took enough of an advantage of. Kind of disappointing to see.
Yeah, they went a flag pro with their first tag pro, and a beautiful juke there from Abe Lincoln just absolutely puts the sauce on AP That's Me and serves him up.
I feel silly for witnessing that. That was nuts.
While Abe Lincoln's juking around with the flag, I'm going to take this moment to remind you guys of our jump up challenge that's going to be going on during the halftime between games 1 and game 2. If you want to compete in the jump up challenge, this is what you have to do. You have to be a follower of Minor League Tag Pro Live. You have to comment !jump in the chat, and you have to be on Mumble so that we can contact you and let you into our fancy dancy group to play this amazing challenge made by some of our very own here in Minor League Tag Pro Live.
I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to win that today.
And Iron Ball coming in for a cap here. It's Not Prey and AP That's Me. Some beautiful snipes there by Abe Lincoln to really save a cap there. And Ball McCartney with some great jukes, getting by Iron Ball, Not Prey, and AP for at least a short period of time. Can't do it forever, though. Just too many defenders in such a small space. And now Abe Lincoln has a shot as the super boost spawns there right as he's going over it. And AP, that's me, with a killer snipe. And Iron Ball now trying to get out with the flag. As Not Prey has a chance, but Paul McCartney's going to be there for the easy return.
There was really a lot of things happening all at once right there. Really hard to keep up. It seemed like everybody was just kind of throwing themselves around the map.
And another chance here is Meal with that rolling bomb, just going to try to get out and gets by Lalu Grumpy and Iron Ball, as Lalu has a beautiful defuse while staying in front. AP, that's me, however, chases him, gets chased all the way back into the opponent base.
It's going to be kind of unfortunate. Whoa.
As Not Prey almost gets past Ball McCartney there. Abe Lincoln with a great snipe to put Meal ahead, and they need to block that super boost. AP, that's me, has a chance, grabs the flag. Perfect timing by AP. That was phenomenal to save a cap. Absolutely the best angle he could have taken, straight onto the flag, right in front of Meal, and gives his team a chance to actually get a cap here as Ball God pinned between Lalu Grumpy. Ball McCartney's got to stay alive here. AP, that's me, picks up a rolling bomb. Ball McCartney's the only one in front as AP jukes by Iron Balls, and he still has a couple seconds as he needs to get by Not Prey. AP, that's me, has waited that return for cap and just couldn't get it. Ball McCartney with some perfectly timed jukes and great job getting out to save an almost guaranteed cap for the Holden Gate Warriors.
That was just phenomenal play on each side of the field. I can't believe AP, that's me, did get out of that situation, but the fact that he was not rewarded for his efforts there, it's kind of sad. He definitely made a phenomenal individual play there, so really commendable.
And Meal now taking a chance on the opposite side, trying to go off that back wall, but great positioning by the Holden Gate Warriors, is now all four in base there. I'm as a defender, and I know AP, that's me, is as well. It's always fun to see a defender get a cap, and here's a dangerous situation as Abe Lincoln's going to try to come in, and Lalu Grumpy this time is out. Defenders.
What is going on?
Defenders holding the flag here for both teams, and they have been for a fair bit of time.
Well, they're just showing the value of being able to play both sides of the field right now.
And now Lalu Grumpy with a chance to get out as Not Prey has a contain here on Ball God, and Meal's the only one in front. A beautiful super boost by Abe Lincoln, though, to get him in front of Lalu Grumpy. And a spawn by Not Prey may be able to clear it up just in time. No! Abe Lincoln with a last-second grab. Just a flurry of moves here in the last 30 seconds as Ball God's going to look to get out, but looks like we're going to have a 1-1 half here between these two closely skilled teams.
3, 2,
I can't even
1.
keep up with all this action. I mean, it feels like the only time that there isn't action is now. Like, that was just constant. You can't keep track of that. I don't know how even the defenders kept track of that. That was insane.
That's
Wow.
that was such a well fought game, really close from both teams, as there were a lot of opportunities for caps that were saved in just the last couple seconds.
Wow.
Like
I'm actually speechless.
it was I think that was as close of a game as you can really get between these two teams. One cap each, and some really close defenders caps between these Abe Lincoln, Lalu Grumpy, and AP, that's me, all had a chance for a cap at a couple of different opportunities and just weren't able to get the returns that they needed in order to get that cap.
Yeah, I'm still speechless. I mean, there were so many instances where it 100% absolutely should have been a cap, and somehow a player made a miracle play. And I mean, I know you got to believe in miracles, but those are just like the unbelievable miracles.
All right, so I'm gonna calling out a clutch play here. I'm gonna call back AP, that's me, with Meal ahead of 4, almost primed for a cap. AP, that's me, took a beautiful boost straight into the flag and then out, and almost counter capped on his home. That's my that's a clutch play that I'm gonna go, and a standout player in AP, that's me, doing a great job holding the flag for the Holden Gate Warriors.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I mean, his hold was just a minute 9 in that game. Meal was actually the hold leader at 2 minutes 45 seconds, and the only two that were able to capitalize on anything in terms of capping were Not Prey and Ball God. Not Prey on top the scoreboard with 51 points. He actually grabbed 4 tag pros that game, which is going to be very significant, as well as 2 rolling bombs that he was mostly able to utilize.
All right, so we're going to take a second here and to announce the Minor League Tag Pro has announced their Eastern and Western All-Stars here.
Woohoo!
So coming in since we are doing a Western game, starting with them, all three of the offensive Western All-Stars are in this game, as we have Meal and Ball God for the OK Hens and Iron Ball for the Holdin Gate Warriors. All three are the Western All-Star offense. And on defense here, we have 2 of them as well, both on those OK Hens, sporting all 4 of their members on the All-Star team. Really impressive work from them, as Abe Lincoln and Ball McCartney are 2 of the Western All-Stars, with Dodge as the 3rd.
Easily deserved for all of them. You just look at the stats, you look at the quality of the players. They've all earned those spots, and I think it should be a highly competitive All-Star game. Hopefully it's a really wild game too. I like it when the caps go crazy.
And the wild card for the West, representing the Tears for Fears and Spheres, is fucking Owen. So congratulations to those mLTP Season 9 Western All-Stars. And now the Eastern All-Stars here. On offense, we have Intercest, Mr. Fruitsy, and Protagonist from the Boostin' Dynamo as Intercest, and Mr. Fruitsy and Protagonist from those CAC boosters.
Yeah, I do hope that Owen does show up for the game. He said he just actually quit Tag Pro, so he certainly had a good season. I hope he'll show up for a last hurrah, as it were.
Agreed. And once again, going to the defense for the Eastern side, we have Ishii from the CAC boosters, Adam Baum from Lag Pro, and C. Bivy from the Boostin' Dynamo. CAC boosters sporting 3 of those Eastern All-Stars. Not quite as impressive as the four Western All-Stars in the OK Hens, but still always impressive to have 3 members of the same team be on that All-Star roster.
Yeah, it's certainly not as impressive numbers-wise, but to be honest, I'm incredibly biased because Bivy, I would say, is one of the best out of the entire bunch. I've seen him develop over the past few seasons, and he's made phenomenal strides, not only to overcome sort of his reputation being a mic-less player, but to beat those expectations, show people off, and go from being a 7th round draft pick to being 14th overall in NLTP next season to where he is today. So many kudos to him.
And the last 2 members of the Eastern All-Star teams are Aaron K from the Base Gods and Viles from the Boostin' Dynamo. So those 2 are going to wrap up the Eastern All-Stars. So congratulations to the Minor League Tag Pro Season 9 Eastern and Western All-Stars. Hope to see a fun All-Star game between them. And we're just going to take a moment here to ask all you viewers today who you think should have made it into the All-Star game over the others who have played.
3.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see who you all think should have made it, perhaps over someone else. I know, I mean, it's just an all-star game, but it is awesome.
Always fun to see where some people disagree or agree with, depending on the circumstances. Starting out with this game, we have a quick grab from Ball Gun, a quick snipe from AP, that's me, as Iron Ball looking to get out. Once again, you really see Not Prey doing a great job as that supporting offense, putting some blocks on Ball McCartney and Abe Lincoln, giving Iron Ball a chance to get out, even though he couldn't quite get that last juke in. And Ball got actually going to be chased back into base by AP, that's me. Doing a great job there to get past him, though.
Yeah, a little bit of an overcommit by AP, that's me. But in terms of zoning out and making sure that they're having to back off, they're making it look easy on their end of things.
And now a chance for Balgod to really push and get a cap here, as we had all three go out for pups, but instead really just played it super safe. Can't really blame him for that one, as there is a precedence as he just followed that tag pro in, and a little bit of a delay there on that cap from Balgod. Took a half second to catch a breather, it looked like.
A point is always going to be a point.
And Nopre now with the chance to get out. Looks like the boost spawned right underneath him. Real unfortunate for him, as he did have a line to get out, and that boost took him straight into the spikes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I call a YOLO boost, as it were.
The OK Hens looking to keep that lead, as they now have taken a 2-1 overall lead here in this game. And Notpray trying to get out, but Abe Lincoln and Ball McCartney showing that they are the shutdown defense of the West.
Yeah, and I think that they're going to keep that up for the rest of this game.
And we have all three pups up. They're all juke juices, as Notpray, AP, that's me, and Ball McCartney will all grab one. And I think we're going to not see a lot of grabs here, as Iron Ball does a great job blocking for Notpray, as he looks to get out past a couple, but Ball God, nice job by Ball God to return Notpray with that juke juice.
Great aggression there, 1v1 by Ball McCartney as well to get the solo return on Iron Ball. The defense for the OK Hens is just looking dominant as expected right now.
Iron Ball looking to get out now as well, as Ball McCartney looked like he was trying to line up a boost there, but doesn't take it, as Iron Ball kind of looks to do some micro jukes there. Meal didn't fall for him, and instead now Ball God looking to get out for the OK Hens.
That was really a phenomenal block by Meal as well after the bump to get him out. Really good coordination there.
And another tag pro here for the for the OK Hens, is AP, that's me, tracks him down from with the juke juice from behind. And two tag pros, the OK Hens really need to take advantage of this, as Meal now has a chance to really get something with a Ball God tag pro lead. Is just about to expire, and does as I say that.
Yeah, that's one of the big things. I mean, it's obviously hard to keep track of, but you really got to keep track of when your power-up is going to be going out, especially if it's a tag pro lead.
Meal once again with the flag. We've seen, just like the early part of the first game, it's been all OK Hens here, as the Holdin Gate Warriors have just been trying to contain and hope to catch up to to Ball God and Meal. Have just been doing a great job to get out of base and set up regrab. And now Ball God has a chance with Meal, a tag pro lead for a couple seconds. Can't get by and get Lalu grumpy, as he'll do a very smart kiss, as there's no regrab for the OK Hens, as Iron Ball has a real chance to get out with that juke juice. AP, that's me. You got to really question Iron Ball taking that low route, as he definitely had space to go somewhere else.
Yeah, that was pretty significant there. Right now it's been the teams just not taking full advantage of power-ups. I know there has been a cap, but it is kind of concerning to see kind of the wasted power-ups, because they have so much. Iron
Ball with a fantastic juke, but can't get by Ball God, who just kind of looks like he knows where Iron Ball's going on constriction. It looks like he's just had a thought there. I think I've seen Iron Ball boost that exact boost 3 or 4 times now, and there's been an OK Hen on that boost every single time, just sitting in the route waiting for him.
Yeah, it's really consistent in terms of their positioning. Really impressed. Wow.
Meal with a great juke on AP, that's me. Not Prey just holding back, trying to looks like bait Ball McCartney into coming off the flag tile, and it doesn't look like it's happening.
I mean, so far so good.
Not Prey looking to get a quick return here on Ball God, gets it, as they now have a chance to really push, and a great miss here from Ball McCartney. I know it didn't happen until about a second after I called it, but clearly what he was going for there, as they had a beautiful anti-setup on Lalu Grumpy. And some great blocks by him as well, as Notpray has a chance to come in. It's just Meal he's got to get by, and he doesn't have the time to turn in, as AP That's Me misses a snipe on Abe Lincoln. And a couple of power-ups here is Abe Lincoln not very wise there, as he got the power-up but really crippled himself there, as they knew exactly where he was going to be. And now AP That's Me and Iron Ball just need to contain Ball McCartney, and the first cap of the game for the Holdin Gate Warriors comes with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
That was one of the more surprising decisions that I've seen, especially for, like, I could understand if it was a tag pro, but a juke juice isn't going to be worth sacrificing yourself there.
Yeah, you're looking for definitely a rolling bomb at least. As he knew the defender and chasers could clearly see that he was going there. It wasn't a surprise. He wasn't so far ahead that he could definitely risk it. And now Meal with a chance for a cap as Iron Ball. Beautiful jukes from Iron Ball to stay alive long enough for his team to get there. And another one is almost he splits. Notpray needs to get out in front though, as a return comes quickly as Notpray just sitting back. Looked like he was waiting for the pup, and that really is going to cost the Holdin Gate Warriors.
I have no idea how these players are surviving, and I mean, I think that OK Hens definitely deserved the cap there, but wow. That was crazy.
Iron Ball doing a great job trying to keep his team alive, and just couldn't do it quite long enough for all of his team to get back in front of the flag carrier. And AP That's Me with a beautiful super boost snipe there. And now here's a chance for the Holdin Gate Warriors to answer back with another cap of their own, as AP That's Me gets a nice snipe. Ball McCartney has to get out, and he does, but he's still behind. Lalu Grumpy looking to come in for that defensive cap, and he may be able to get it here. No, Abe Lincoln, what a nice job by him, getting Ball McCartney out now, or excuse me, Ball God in front of 3. As Notpray looking to grab the flag, and he'll just sit and wait for his team to get back in and in position.
Yeah, definitely a great play there. It's really been all the defense so far in terms of catching up, and I don't even know how these players are doing this right now. I'm sincerely impressed. Going to be a decent return on the flag there. There's only 1:26 left, and it's a 1 cap lead for the OK Hens. It's going to take something really, really good for Holdin Gate to be able to come back in this one.
Holdin Gate with only a minute left. They really need to get something done here, as Notpray looking to get some sort of offense, but they've just been completely held by Ball McCartney and Abe Lincoln. As Ball God has a chance to come in for another cap, and they will get it. That may just extend the lead too far for Holdin Gate Warriors to come back from.
Yeah, I think at this point, I mean, it is a fast-paced map, but they all went for pups there. And Iron Ball though.
A beautiful snipe to save a cap, but they need 2 caps in the next 40 seconds, and with Abe Lincoln with that juke juice on defense, you just don't see it happening.
No, I can't see it happening at this point. I mean, Notpray could. I mean, great snipe, and that's gonna be past 3, but
a quick return needs to come, and a smart kiss, knowing that Ball God's on that anti-re, and that they don't need to cap in order to win. They just need to hold their lead for another 16 seconds.
Yeah, that's exactly the play they needed there, and that's gonna seal the game. Even if they score here, it's not gonna be enough time to score twice.
And that looks to be the end of the first game here on Constriction, with the OK Hens taking the 4-2 lead. And the 4-2 victory, excuse me, on Constriction to take the first game, putting them up 1-0 in this series.
Definitely well played there by both sides. It was just the difference in what OK Hens were able to take advantage of. Ball Guy with the 2 caps there, definitely, I would say, has to be the standout player. AP That's Me, however, in the losing effort, phenomenal job with what he did. It's too bad that it wasn't a losing effort, but it's certainly something he can work on going into the next game.
All right, and we're just about to start our Jump Up Challenge here. Jump Up Challenge, mLTP and Minor League Tag Pro Live's halftime event. Our three contestants today, Milksteak, Knox, and El Sacco, looking for a place in the Jump Up leaderboard, and if they can get on that leaderboard, there's a chance for them to play during the Super Bowl in the very last Jump Up of the season to show who is the best at jumping and pupping. I know I played here with Kid and Panda just before the stream, had a lot of fun. It's a great game to play, and that's why we want all of you to enter for your chance to play on this really fun map.
Absolutely. He actually beat me by 2 pups, which I'm kind of salty about.
I was 2 pups better at jumping. That's the answer here, and here we go, just about to start here. As, like I said, Knox, Milksteak, and El Sacco are our competitors, looking to get past Adarsh on that number 3 spot on the board. As Knox jumps up quick, but Milksteak has that early lead with 100 pups now, fighting El Sacco in a top here for Milksteak. There's still a lot of pups on the board here. El Sacco now in the lead with 180 pups. It's going back and forth between Milksteak and El Sacco now. They're fighting for those last pups. Remember, they need 327 to get on that top 3, and 2 pops there really gives Milksteak 270 pups. He's got a chance for a spot on the leaderboard. He just needs about 20 more pups, and he's going towards them on that left-hand side. Aaron Busto takes him away from it. El Sacco's going to get those pups there. 308 with only 10 seconds left. Milksteak just needs a couple more pups there. On the underside of that, he has to none of these close. He has 5 seconds left, and a beautiful bomb by Knox gonna knock Milksteak out as he's only able to get 316 pups. That is enough to put him on number 6 on the leaderboard, knocking off Lair the Bear.
That was something else. I only was able to make it in for part of that, but that was definitely... Oh, I can't compete with these guys. That was impressive.
Yeah, they're great competitors there. As, like I said, Milksteak with the spot on the leaderboard now just missed out on a chance to get on that number 3 spot. And we're about to go back here onto our second map. Second map, once again, is Pilot. So, hoping for I know the Holdin Gate Warriors hoping for a win here to keep their playoff hopes alive, while the OK Hens are looking to just close off the series and move on to play in the Western Conference Minor League Tag Pro Finals.
It's going to be kind of an interesting game this half. I mean, with Pilot, it's definitely one of those more fast-paced maps, which may cater towards the offensive play of the OK Hens. But in terms of what Holdin Gate has to do, what do you think is going to be the key for them to come back and force Game 3?
Really, we need to see more on the offensive side, as the OK Hens defense has just been holding Iron Ball and Not Prey to in base. Very few good grabs for them. You had to see a lot of juking for them to get by, and most of the time Abe Lincoln and Ball McCartney have just stayed real patient and allowed Iron Ball and Not Prey to just move right into their contain. So you need to see a little bit more risky grabs from Iron Ball and Not Prey, in my opinion, just so they can maybe get the OK Hens defense off their game. And I think that's really going to be the key to victory, is getting a little bit more risky instead of super patient like you saw them during that first game on Constriction.
I'd have to agree in a lot of ways, but I do think that one of the keys, especially on Pilot, is going to be able to getting that reset, not letting a cap get to their heads, because once one cap goes down, especially when the next round of power-ups are coming up, all it's going to take is one tag pro to clear out that base, because you have so many options to just go in and bust the offensive defense out of the way for the incoming flag carrier.
All right, and just before the game starts, Holding Gate Warriors are in blue, and the OK Hens are in red. Going to thank the Bob 18 for running the Jump Up Challenge. Great job by the Bob to get everyone settled,
3,
and
2,
Adarsh for
1.
not doing anything. And once again, those that first minute really adds between these two teams. Great job by the commissioners of mLTP, in my opinion, to just even out the competition and give both teams the exact same starting advantage.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
A couple grabs here already from the OK Hens as Ball God looking to get out and tries to do a nice little split there, but can't quite squeeze by low. Be an AP, that's me, and we have a reset here for both teams.
Really good reset there. That's going to be key for Holding Gate throughout the entire game to be able to get those resets.
And the first power-up battle going here. It looks like going to be one a tag pro on each, and it looks like it's staying on defense. So not going to see very many grabs here for either team for at least a couple of seconds. Pretty much we're going to be at a standstill here until those tag pros run out, or a clever sacrifice from one of these two teams.
That would have been the perfect time to tell us your favorite cereal.
My favorite cereal, that's a great one. It's got to be Lucky Charms. You can't go wrong with marshmallows for breakfast.
I have high respect for that choice.
Let's be honest. If you get candy for breakfast, I mean, is there anything really better than that?
Cake.
Is there a cake cereal? Like, in all honesty.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I
I mean,
there
there literally is cake for breakfast, though.
There's Cookie Crisp. I mean, that's like, that's not as good as actual cookies, though. Like, if you're eating Cookie Crisp, not just actually put cookie milk and call that your breakfast.
Ultimately, what I'm invested in for breakfast, if we're going to go with not really breakfast, but we treat it as breakfast, is Reese's Puffs.
All right, I can feel some Reese's Puff there. Ball God really in a dangerous situation as AP, that's me, and Not Pray with Tag Pros did a good job clearing it out. And then Ball God with a beautiful little boost to get back into the OK Hens base. As Iron Ball is just running around like a madman there. Can't quite get away from the three-man chase effort. And AP, that's me, a beautiful bomb snipe. And looks like he can get a return here on Meal, but Abe Lincoln will be out. Like I said, those middle pups, or the middle bombs, excuse me, really determine who controls the match. And right now, that's been the Holdin Gate Warriors. They've done a great job diffusing those bombs at the right time, winning mid-pup, doing a great job just holding the team from getting past that point.
Yeah, that was really crucial. So far, it's been a really measured game by both sides. You haven't really seen any terribly good scoring opportunities.
Meal with the flag right behind that spike's doing a good job to just hold off Iron Ball. Able to get by, as now he's ahead of 3 of the Holdin Gate Warriors, as AP, that's me, needs to hold him there. And Lulu Grumpy with a beautiful bomb snipe from those top bombs.
Let's see some magic from AP, that's me here.
He did do a great job on Constriction and can't quite get by Meal, as he almost had that the juke right between the spike and the bomb there. As Not Pray, a nice hesitation juke, gets Ball God to spike himself and gives him an opportunity to get a cap here, as there's only Meal left in front of him, but he pushes a little too hard and Meal's able to get the return.
I hate seeing that from the perspective of watching from above. It's just frustrating, because that should have been an easy position to make something of it.
Iron Ball with a great grab here to get past 2. Ball McCartney looking for the snipe. Can't get it, but does get in front. And Iron Ball walks into the spike to avoid the return from Abe Lincoln. Now it's been all all OK Hens for a little bit. Now it's been all Holdin Gate Warriors as Meal's finally out. Now a chance for Meal to come in for the cap, and he will as Iron Ball tries some super risky strats there. Tries to split the defense and instead gets almost immediately tagged.
Hell of an effort to try and stay alive there too, but that grab was somewhat unwarranted. Unfortunately, the position that they were in kind of just had to go for it.
Now Meal with a rolling bomb flag carrier does get put back behind all the defenders, but a great juke from him as Ball God clears up base. Notprey needs to track back, and he is in a dangerous situation here as Meal's rolling bomb just expires. Notprey stays alive for long enough. He does a great job avoiding the return, as he had to stay alive for a long time in order to just get an opportunity for his team to prevent a cap.
And again, it's those individual efforts that are going to be the difference in this game. These guys are really close to each other.
Iron Ball does a great job to get out, and a missed snipe there on Ball God's going to get him some freedom to get clear and get into the opposing base. As whenever Iron Ball has the flag, you see almost always he has 3 chasers. They're almost intentionally avoiding the flag as Lalu Grumpy comes in for an easy walk-in cap, as we saw Vol McCartney go for, I think that was Meal go for that rolling bomb and give him space. Got my words mixed up there for a second.
That's okay. English is one of the more difficult languages in the world.
And now here's a chance for another counter cap as Lalu Grumpy tries to stay alive. He does a great job along that back wall for at least a short period of time, but just couldn't do it long enough to get his team in position.
Yeah, I mean, not much more that you could do there, and I certainly commend his effort, but again, it was just one of those points. 1v4, if you make it out, you shouldn't be in minors.
Notprey now looking to get out his Iron Ball, trying to give him some blocks. Lalu Grumpy now looking just to get in front as Ball God has a beautiful bomb. Almost gets all the way to the flag tile there, and Iron Ball just quick enough to grab the flag before they can cap.
That was a really, really nice bomb down. You usually see them go not right at flag, but pretty close.
And now Abe Lincoln has a chance for a cap here, as he just needs to get by AP, that's me, and he's going to walk in with that rolling bomb.
This is going to be where Holdin Gate is really going to be tested. They're going to have to bring the game back into their control, let it be their game instead of letting this get in their heads.
Another grab here from the OK Hens as Meal's able to get past Lalu and AP, that's me. Lalu Grumpy does a great job using that boost to get in front, though, as Meal just going to play it super safe, get back in the base. They have a 3-1 lead, so playing it safe, really the smart decision here from the OK Hens. As they have time now to pick up some pups, and Meal may be able to grab that rolling bomb, gets defused though, and able to sneak by. AP, that's me, needs to stay alive here for a couple seconds as Iron Ball gets a clutch return as Vol McCartney had that tag pro in base and was looking to clear it up.
Definitely a great play there to be able to prevent the cap. I think that definitely would have been killer if that had gone in. 3-1. You can bring it back within 1, 4-1. It feels like a little bit more of a ladder just psychologically.
Yeah, Iron Ball looking to get another cap here on the board for the Holdin Gate Warriors, as the OK Hens pretty much have 4 defenders in base now, as Notprey does a great boost to get up, and the blocks are there from AP and Lalu as they put it to a 3-2 game. Abe Lincoln looking to get that back to a 2-cap advantage as Iron Ball gets a straight line returned by Meal, and Notprey now getting returned. Abe Lincoln has 40 seconds left, looking for the cap here. Can't get by him though, as Iron Ball is going to clear up some pups as Ball God gets sniped from Notprey. Here's a chance for the Holdin Gate Warriors to tie the game back up with 30 seconds, but Ball God with that juke juice does a great job holding Iron Ball even after that rolling bomb gets defused.
Yeah, definitely great great play, especially by Not Prey at the end to be able to get that snipe. Bring it back within 1, especially if they don't allow another score, is going to be a momentum setter for the second half.
That's right. Not Prey been doing a great job so far. He's really been the Holden Gate Warriors tie to, their key to keeping it close. As they he only has 1 cap on the board, but with 2 minutes and 34 seconds to hold, Not Prey really holding the Holden Gate Warriors up and giving them a chance for the possible win and comeback here on Pilot.
Yeah, you look at both sides of the field, and I mean you see a lot of Hens at the top of the board, but I think that matchup was a little bit closer than the stats would suggest. I mean, we are going to see what happens in the second half, obviously, but in terms of that half, did you really feel like anybody stood out above anybody else?
I don't know. I really, it's been a concerted effort by the defense of Abe Lincoln and Ball McCartney, just doing a great job holding Iron Ball to a really low cap and scoring potential. They've really abandoned regrab to chase him though, so they know that he's a threat. Really, what I've seen out of the teams is that the OK Hens have just done a fantastic job controlling power-ups.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, especially on the Tag Pro end of things, there were 7 Tag Pros that game, and 4 were controlled by Meal by himself. Actually, there were 10 Tag Pros, 7 went over to the OK Hens, excuse me. In terms of... Oh, wait, I'm sorry, that was Rolling Bombs. I am way off. 6-4 on Tag Bros and 5-2 on Juke Juices.
Meal does have one of the highest pop percentages in the league at 17.25%. So him getting power-ups, not really surprising, but in my opinion here, the Holden Gate Warriors have to get a power-up advantage or they are not going to be able to win this game.
Absolutely. I mean, overall in that game, it was 18 to 9 on power-ups, actually, and to be only getting a third of the power-ups and being only down by 1, when you kind of put it in that perspective, it's impressive that they're only down by 1, but you gotta think, if they were able to control the power-ups a little better, would they be on top instead? I think so.
And since they only do need to come back from 1 cap to tie it up in 2 for a victory, and Holden Gate Warriors are on the brink of elimination here, as if they do lose this game, it is a game over for their season.
To be perfectly honest, I can't see it ending for them here, though. I think they're going to go into that timeout and be like, look, we need to bring this back. We need to get those pups. You guys are playing great. Like, without pups and only being down by 1, there is a lot to work with there. So hopefully they're able to contextualize that a little bit and not let it get them down, because they really did make the most of what should have been a much larger victory, at least from a stats perspective, for OK Hens.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely still a chance here for them to come back. And just taking a look here at the possible upcoming games. So while we have a quick break, there's some issues here between these teams. Taking a look at the remaining playoff games. For Major League Tag Pro, we have the Merballs versus the Holden Gate Warriors in the West, and Lag Prone versus All Caps in the East. So that's your Major League Tag Pro playoff update. And for Minor League, the winner of this game is going to go on to play, excuse me, I believe it is the Lag Prone. Oh no, that's the Eastern, excuse me, that is Eastern Conference. Lag Prone did beat the CAC Boosters on yesterday night, so Lag Prone with an upset there. The winner of this team goes on to play, why does this not show it?
You know, I'm actually not sure myself. I do apologize.
I had the Eastern Conference one. I cannot find the Western Conference playoff. Who won the other Western Conference game? Do we have anyone know?
Well, while we are looking that up, I do see that we've been told that Major League Tag Pro Live will be streaming the Murballs Majors game next weekend. So be sure to tune in for that, because that is going to be a hell of a game in terms of the Murballs. They've been performing above and beyond any expectations for any team this season. It's definitely been entertaining to see what they've been able to do with their team. So definitely tune into that, folks. Be looking for that time. You don't want to miss that game.
Absolutely. Yeah, looking at the standings here, the previous the other Western Conference game was Texas Hold'em versus Tears. I believe Texas Hold'em did win that game. Or no, Texas Hold'em Angry Balls. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. For me, it's a little bit too early to call that one.
Yeah, I think Western Conference is going to be real close games here. And on the Eastern side, like I said, we did have the lag-prone team upset the CAC Boosters yesterday. And Boostin' Dynamos and Base Gods, the other teams that played this evening, I believe Boostin' Dynamos did come away with the win there. Chat, correct me wrong. Oh, Angry Balls won, excuse me. Incorrect there on the Texas Hold'em. I do not have the correct information. It was the Angry Balls who did win. So the winner of this game will go on to play the Angry Balls in the Western Conference Finals.
And great for Angry Balls. That's certainly a deserved win for them. They've been able to put together a pretty decent season, and so to be able to make it to the conference finals is definitely something that they deserve.
Yeah, so both number one seeds in the conference are eliminated as the CAC Boosters upset by the number 4 seeded Lag Prone, and the number 1 seed in the West, Texas Hold'em, are upset by the Angry Balls. So congratulations on the upsets, Angry Balls and Lag Prone. Great job by you guys. It's always good to see the underdogs come for a win, and good luck in the upcoming games for all those players.
Absolutely. Now, while we're still waiting for this half to start, what do you think? I know that we talked a little bit about what Holdin Gate Warriors are going to need to do, but who do you think is going to have to be that standout player in this half to be able to make something of that and to be able to come back?
I really think the big issue that, if Holdin Gate wants to come back, we need to see more out of Iron Ball. Not Prey did a fantastic job, but Iron Ball really needs to hold up his end of the offensive pairing in order for the Holdin Gate Warriors to come back for the win. And looking at the OK Hens, their defense needs to remain patient. They've done a great job containing Iron Ball and Not Prey, and they just need to keep it up.
I couldn't agree more. I think that it's going to take a lot of patience. I think it's going to be taking advantage of the situation. I know that we talked about in the first half, maybe they need to get more aggressive. I don't think that that's exactly the game that they play. I think that they have a certain element of aggression to their game, but in terms of what they are able to take advantage of as a team, I don't think that the aggression is what caters to how their team functions. So as long as they're able to pace the game, get those resets, especially get the power-ups, they cannot win if they're going to lose 18-9 again. They cannot.
Absolutely, yeah. I expect to see some talk between the Holdin Gate Warriors on that power-up battle, as they do need to come away at least even in power-ups for them to have any shot in winning. And I also expect them to be a lot more aggressive as you know, their season is on the line here.
I think so, but only being down 1, you're going to have your moments where, of course, you have to be aggressive. And I just don't think that aggression is going to be what wins it for them. I think the aggression was actually something that disadvantaged them at times. Some of the grabs that gave away some of those caps, they were definitely ones that catered towards trying to be aggressive, and it did not pan out.
And here we go, just about to start now. Apparently, the basketball game is over now. I did not watch it, so I couldn't tell you who won, as Google is just saying that it's still tied 74-74.
I don't actually know what game it was, which is kind of embarrassing.
It was the UNC Tar Heels versus the Villanova Wildcats. So,
Or was it the national championship game?
It was, in fact, the national championship game.
Man, this is how busy I've been with work, because that's probably my favorite game to watch. Didn't even know it was going on. Wow. I'm going to have to watch the instant replay, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't have an update on the score, as it looks like Villanova does take the lead, 77-74 for the win. For anyone who wasn't watching the game, there's your update. Villanova, the new national championships of basketball. And that's
Wow.
that actually prevents, if Villanova had lost there, they would have lost to UNC in every single series of the tournament, the round of 64, 32, 16, 8-4, and the final. So Villanova breaking a possible terrible losing streak to UNC by beating them in the finals to win. And we're just about to start here now on the second half of Pilot with the Holdin Gate Warriors in red and the OK Hens in blue.
1.
It's kind of hard to commentate on the beginning of the games without the pups spawning, though.
I know, but I'm such a big fan of the pups not spawning. I really don't mind it, as Ball God is already out ahead, looking to put in a back wall cap, and a nice job by Iron Ball to just move into the path there. Lalu Grumpy with a beautiful juke to get past the OK Hens defense, and now Iron Ball showing off his skills there, as Balga using that bomb to just clear himself a path, as AP That's Me gets returned, and a quick lead in the first 30 seconds to the OK Hens. This is not how Holdin Gate Warriors need to play.
That was really, really unfortunate. And again, it was a little bit on the aggression side, and it's gonna lead to another one. I mean, the patient play is not working. The aggressive play is not working. I don't know. Right now, it looks a little bit dysfunctional on the side of Holdin Gate Warriors. So far, not impressed.
Yeah, Holdin Gate Warriors have to find something to save their season here. And Nopre doing a great job. If he can just get the return on Abe Lincoln here, there's a chance for them to get a cap, but great job by Meal and Ball McCartney just to contain and get Iron Ball returned there.
Definitely a great effort there, but they're going to need to get this reset here, because otherwise it's just going to be a chain once again.
And Meal doing a great job working along those that boost there. But now Ball God has to do something to get out past AP and Iron Ball. And Iron Ball sliding back, trying to trick Ball God, into something there. And a super patient play here from the OK Hens, as they know that their season is safe unless they give up a huge lead. And AP That's Me and Iron Ball have a chance for a cap here, as Nutpreg is going to walk right in after a great spawn from AP, and the first real pup win that we've seen for the Holdin Gate Warriors this entire game, as they got two out of the 3 pups this time.
And also an excellent reset on the side of Holdin Gate. Definitely didn't give an inch there. They really needed to get it back on their side. Still down by 2 caps right now, but it's not an insurmountable lead at this point.
That's right. Iron Ball and Notpray really need to get something done here. Notpray with a beautiful bomb in and out of base incredibly fast, but Abe Lincoln with a nice snipe, just saving him from getting ahead too quickly as Iron Ball walks himself almost into those spikes there in the bottom.
Oh, absolutely great recovery by Iron Ball. That's going to be pass 2. A little bit of an error by Notpray, not leaving that rolling bomb. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, but hopefully he can be aggressive here.
Yeah, and here's a chance for Notpray to get in, as Ballgod's the only one alive now, as Lalu Grumpy doesn't have any help on the return. He had to do it all by himself and couldn't. That's real disappointing for Holdin Gate, as they had an opportunity, and instead of getting that cap, which you absolutely need, going ahead, I'm really questioning some of the decisions here on the Holdin Gate Warriors side.
It's something that we've seen before as well. I mean, it's kind of disappointing. This is a good aggressive play, though. Pass 2.
Lalu Grumpy trying to make something happen here on the defensive side, and we've seen that most of the real aggressive play and the real stuff that's getting them ahead is from AP That's Me and Lalu Grumpy. Not really what you want to see, but at least if someone's making the plays, it's better it's on your team than on the other team, at least.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. That was a huge snipe.
That was a beautiful snipe there by Lalu Grumpy. Gets Iron Ball free and Lalu Grumpy on regrab. Meal playing some anti, pushing a little too hard there, it looked like, for the Holdin Gate Warriors, as Abe Lincoln gets pinned between his own players for a couple seconds. Pretty amusing there from our end, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say that was amusing, and to be honest, I don't think that it was necessarily a too aggressive play per se, but I think that the blocks on 2 consecutive plays by the defense were a little bit weaker. It didn't really set up anything that Holdin Gate could take advantage of. Pretty unfortunate, considering that the offense made a great play to get out.
Unless they can do something, though, there's only about 5 minutes left here in Holdin Gate Warriors season. As Lalu Grumpy picking up a rolling bomb has a chance here to do something, as Notpray's got that juke juice. They need to get something done quick here, as there was a return for cap for a couple seconds, and now Ballgod has the opportunity to clear out base. And Ball McCartney, a nice boost, almost gets right into Notpray, as Iron Ball had a shot, but they cannot get the return when they need it here from Holdin Gate.
Yeah, and again, this goes back to what I mentioned earlier, being good on both sides of the ball. You can see it a lot more on the side of OK Hens in this game. Really impressive offense, even by the defense.
Lalu Grumpy just having some excellent snipes for the Holdin Gate Warriors. Really been doing a great job there, as they are still down by 2 caps. And they need a comeback, and they need it fast.
Yeah, and I mean, they just got 2 tag pros on that play. Maybe a good situation to be a little more aggressive, but you see Iron Ball grabbing solo right there before the tag pro got there. Really, again, one of those situations where the aggression is going to be their downfall. They're not working together. They're in desperate mode right now. And can you blame them? No.
Neil had a chance at the return. Iron Ball's going to be able to walk in for the cap here, tying the half up. Now they're only down 1 with 3 minutes left to go. Definitely not insurmountable here, as Lalu Grumpy and AP That's Me contain Meal for another return there. And Iron Ball with a chance here, as him and Notpray trying to get out, and Ballgod misses the return for just a second. Notpray doing some beautiful jukes up in the top, giving his team a chance to stay alive here, as Lalu Grumpy waiting on that power up bottom, and he picks it up as a rolling bomb just as it's diffused. So Ballgod now looking to get out, as he will get in front of 2. And a beautiful bomb from Notpray.
I did not think he was going to go out snipe. Great play by Not Prey to potentially save at least a cap situation there.
Ironball trying to get past Paul McCartney, can't quite get it. But Not Prey now coming in, Meal getting out as well. Not Prey got to stay patient for just a little bit, and he's doing a great job with it.
Oh, these jukes are great. It's one of the only things that's keeping them in it right now, to be honest.
Not Prey looking for a backwall cap, and can't quite get it as Paul McCartney will grab the flag. Ironball now, he's just got to get past those defenders, and he's got a chance at a cap. But,
that was heartbreaking right there. That was really too bad.
Yeah, Not Prey doing everything he can and just can't quite. The return's coming just milliseconds too late.
Yeah, it really is a game of inches or pixels, if you will, and a couple.
Not Prey, a beautiful job to get in front of 3 and 4. He's
gonna
walk
be
in
it
for the cap to tie the game.
That's gonna be it.
Not Prey has been carrying this team to the comeback, almost single-handedly willing the Holden Gate Warriors with some timely snipes from Lalu Grumpy. He's got a chance to get out here as well, looking to get that boost. Can't quite get past the defense though, as Ball God now. It's been snipe here as we're winding down to the last minute. We might go into overtime here as it's tied back up 5-5, excuse me.
This definitely has overtime written all over it. I think that it could be something where the momentum is on their side. I mean, even though it's tied up, you know, no team wants to go into overtime, especially when you had a lead. So this is going to be more on the shoulders of OK Hens, I think.
And we see what the Holden Gate Warriors can do when they're not getting a 2-1 smashed in pups. As Not Prey with that juke juice has some great blocks from AP. That's me and Lalu Grumpy. If they can hold for just a second longer, he's had a chance. Oh, he almost got there. That was so close. Abe Lincoln now, Ironball needs to stay patient, and he does. They've got 16 seconds left. Ironball, if he can come in for the cap here, he could win the game for him. Neil,
do you believe in miracles?
It's return for cap. Neil though is gonna come back with a win. It's 4 seconds left.
They missed it. Oh,
that was so close to a comeback.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can't believe what I've just seen. Ironball had everything going, just could not get the return, and they win. And the OK Hens eliminate them in 2 games with a 4 seconds to go cap by Abe Lincoln. Beautiful, or excuse me, by that was Neil. Excuse me, I believe. Clutch cap.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. I mean, they went for it. They went for it the whole way. Looking back at the replay, if you watch the replay, there was literally like a millimeter between them, and that was what they risked. That was what they risked right there. I can't blame them.
2 very close caps that almost were, but never came to be for the Holden Gate Warriors are the difference, and that allowed Meal to come in for that last-second game-winning cap.
What's so tragic about that too is, I mean, if you look at the stat board, AP, that's me, was at the top. He had a phenomenal game, picking up 6 pups, including 3 tag pros, and they held OK Hens scoreless for 9 straight minutes. 8:58 to be exact, but that was the span of time between Meal's 2 caps. I mean, you look at the stat board, Meal was a little ways down despite the 2 caps because they really shut him down with his grabs. It was definitely very, very short grabs because they didn't give him an inch, and Not Prey tired to put the team on his back with the 2 caps. His holds and Ironball's hold were both above 2 minutes, but it just wasn't enough in the end. And you hate to see it end that way, but at the same time, congratulations to the OK Hens. That was tragically beautiful. Other notable stats, Ball God came in second overall. He had 14 grabs. With that, he did pick up 4 pups, including 2 rolling bombs. Neither of the rolling bombs were necessarily utilized in terms of a scoring play, but that was something that he did take advantage of to some extent. In terms of prevent, I mean, Pilot is one of those fast-paced maps where there's not a whole lot of opportunity for that, but AP, that's me. Again, almost 2 minutes to prevent on a map where you have to chase a lot, so it's killer.
Here we have FXU from the winning team, the OK Hens, doing a great job to come back from what looked like overtime for a last-second cap. FXU, what was going on in your team's head when that happened?
When that last cap happened, we lost our collective shits. That's just what happened. Like it was fucking crazy that Mio got that last cap in there. It's unfortunate because Holdin game played really well, so it's just the game,
It sure is. You guys able to get 2 straight wins on Constriction and then on Pilot. What are your thoughts going into the Western Conference Finals here?
I feel like we're very confident in almost every map. Like we have our weaknesses, but we try to overcome those. We do practice a lot, and we work together as a team. So it doesn't matter what map we get, we'll practice it and we'll beat them.
It definitely showed in this game in the way that all of the players were able to rotate, no matter what position they were on. I mean, you had your defenders scoring, you had your offenders getting clutch returns. Do you feel like that's kind of a key emphasis to your success, as being a well-rounded ball, if you will?
Oh, absolutely. Like if you only do defense, you can't play offense, then you won't make it far. You need to be able to do both. Like you can main as something, but you need to be able to do a bit of both for sure.
Couldn't agree with you more.
FXU, anything in specific practice that you guys are going to talk about? Stuff that you feel like you can improve on for your very last Western Conference game here against the Angry Balls?
We got to see what maps we're going to get in the first place, but we're very confident that we can take on anybody, and they gotta put a whole all-star East team to get against us,
Absolutely. FXU talking up his team, 4 Western Conference All-Stars on it, which just shows how great of a job they've been in practice as well as drafting. So FXU, thank you so much for joining us.
I want to give a shout out to Dave Lincoln's mom for letting him play. It was very nice of you. Because he actually, was like, "Are you still playing right now?" Yeah. So that was nice of her.
always good when the family supports you. Maybe next time she can bring you guys some orange slices and support the whole team.
Oh, absolutely. Can't wait to meet.
Once again, that was FXU from the OK Hens. FXU, good luck in the rest of the playoffs, and I wish your team the best of luck from here on out.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate
it. Thank you all so much for joining me. Absolutely stunning end to a game that I don't think anyone saw coming. A last-second cap for the victory. It doesn't get any better than this, and that's why we play these games in the playoffs here, as you never know what will happen, and it's always exciting. I'd like to thank everyone who tuned in. Thank you to Pithy for running the stream. Thank you to Pithy's doctor for keeping him alive whenever myself and Kitten Panda would irritate him enough. And especially thanks to Kitten Panda, a fantastic co-commentator. Had a lot of fun with you, Kitten Panda.
It's been a pleasure. I mean, good games all around. Tag Pro, basketball. It's just a good night for sports and esports alike.
I'd like to thank the Bob18 for helping out with the chat and the Jump Up Challenge. I'd like to not thank Adarsh because he's the worst. If you like the stream, make sure you tune in next week, as we'll be bringing you more playoff action here on the Minor League Tag Pro Live channel. And make sure to check out our little sister channel, mLTP Live. they have fewer letters. That's why they're the little sister. So thank you all so much. I'm Second Skin signing off for the evening, and you have a wonderful week.